I'm a real family. Oops, we're not on air, are we?
Yeah, we are, actually.
What he meant to say was, psych.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome once again to the new year with a new episode of the Dragoons Lair Podcast. I am Daniel the Dragon. With me, as always, is Mike King Hamster Pellet himself, Chiavo.
What is shaking, people?
And our very own TV celebrity, Jimmy James Haynes.
What's up, family?
Oh, you're not getting the applause today.
That's like the
need
perfect wrestling name. Jimmy James Haynes. Coming out with bad news.
We're going to talk about that
Well,
soon.
you notice I've always called him Jimmy, and at one point, while in college, I think I always called you Jimmy James because of news radio.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I love news radio.
Yep, I think we all did back in the day. So it is a new year. We've got a lot of exciting things to discuss. You know, we've got Jimmy's show because now he can at least talk about
it.
the latest episode.
No
Episode
spoilers,
1.
but
Yes, episode 1, he can have his discussion. So Jimmy's hands are now untied.
Well, not untied. They're the
I'm still
bounds
under
are
an
loosened.
NDA of
You're,
other things.
you're allowed to discuss the first episode
Right.
of whatever's aired.
Oh, heck yeah.
The bonds are loosened.
Yes.
Yes.
And Mike's got his plenty of stories and things that are going on in his life.
Yeah.
I have been tortured and will continue to be tortured this year.
but he pays for that, so it's on him.
No, I unfortunately get paid to be tortured. Unfortunately, it's not for doing this, which I wish it really was.
Flight 81 out of Chicago.
up.
He's the gimp. Get the gimp.
Shut up.
Get the gimp.
Shut
He's
up,
sleeping.
you.
Wake
Shut
him.
up, Marv.
He's sleeping. Wake him up.
You know, it works wonders when I have control and I can just turn off his mic.
Yes, but I can project my voice. I've taken voice and diction.
Wait a second. Now that I'm turning your mic back on, you can project your voice now, but you can't when you have a microphone in your hand? Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh, God.
This
What a
is
maroon.
This is called fun.
What a maroon.
Let him a rude. All right, Bugs.
Listen, I've had to deal with a little bit too much this holiday season. I've had too many family members in my home, and I'm glad that they're all gone. I love my mom to death, and I love my aunts, but at the same time, they are a little too much to handle. And so let's just have a basic little discussion first. How was everybody's holiday?
Good.
It was good.
It was good.
I just
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, Christmas Eve, my house, Doug was down. Went to my parents' Christmas Day and back down there for New Year's Eve.
Yeah. So Doug's still kicking.
Oh, he's still kicking.
Yeah. Doug is our super fan for 2023.
And probably 24.
Family, you're out there. Shout out.
Listen,
Let us know you're there.
please.
Yeah, because let's just be honest. The only easy resolution anyone can make for this year, and I posted on Facebook and everything, it really is just to keep tuning into the Dragoons Lair podcast because that is the easiest and most satisfying resolution that you can have. Because let's face it, it's not like I'm going to get in shape and go to the gym and drop out after 2 weeks. And that's on average. Listen, I'm somebody who before my surgery, I was at the gym all the time. Yep. It's just resolutions are not the best way to go when it comes to making life-changing decisions. You have to be in it from day one.
Yeah, it can't be like a fad. Oh, new year, new me. No, just if you're going to do it, it has to be all year, not.
No, new year, same old me.
Yeah, I'm the same asshole I was since I was like 14. So.
Oh, listen, I stopped making resolutions a long time ago because I said, why am I going to make a resolution that I can't keep? So the one resolution I can make is stop making resolutions.
I have one, and I copycatted from Gordon Sumner, as everybody knows, from The Police, Sting. And he said it, and I like it. Be grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I stay with that every year since.
well, I'd be more grateful if we had less turkeys on this island, but that's just me.
And you can...
And we're talking about the birds here, people.
Yes.
You jab turkey.
Yeah, no, those wild turkeys are everywhere.
Whiskey Burrito, paging Whiskey Burrito, get rid of your turkeys.
She loves those birds a little too much.
Yes, she does.
She stalks them every day. You can catch her on Snapchat with her pictures of her turkeys.
Pictures, videos. I've never seen anyone love wild turkeys so much other than an alcoholic.
We're not talking about the drink here, people.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Other than an alcoholic, but no.
I'm
So
fine now, really, I am.
now,
so much better with myself.
Now, right now, we're at a very interesting crossroads when it comes to entertainment because thankfully, with the strikes being over, we're able to get back into production with things, but it's going to take some time for certain things to come out. Now, we spent a good chunk of time last year talking about Night Court. And I like the new reboot.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, this latest season has now been aired out of order already.
Yeah.
Because they aired a Christmas episode, which made no sense because then they just aired the newest episode, and that new episode actually picks up where season 1 left off.
Yep.
So it's a little confusing. I'm like, when did we go back to this era where things just were out of order? Most things have been serialized now for how long?
I don't know.
Well, you know that new John Cryer show,
I want to watch that one.
Okay, because I caught it on the Tuesday after Night Court, which I still think was hysterical.
Yep.
Especially who was on there. And they aired episode 2, and then I go on Peacock just to rewatch and everything because I was ready to go to bed. Not because of you, John Cryer. Sorry.
Had to clear that up.
Yeah, and Lenny Clark, and I like Lenny Clark.
Okay.
But I go on there, and then I see the pilot episode is entirely different. The last time I saw something like that was that what was it? Who was it? Not the commish. The guy, he was on what do you call it? Dick Van Dyke's brother Jerry was on this show. Coach
Okay.
had the second episode before the first episode. That's not a rarity.
It's not rare, but let's face it, Fox did that with Firefly. They aired them completely out of order, which was basically like, let's kill the show. So hopefully this John Cryer show will continue because I love John Cryer. I think
too.
he's actually extremely funny, and we have Donald Faison on there as well. And
Yes.
Donald Faison,
He's funny no matter what you put him in.
that guy knows what he's doing and how to entertain.
I just hope they make John Cryer shave because whenever I see him, the first person that pops in my head, like, oh, Lex Luthor.
You know what though? I'm okay with it because let's face it, I don't want to think of him from 2.5 Men anymore. So if he shaves off the facial hair and then he just has the bald head, it's gonna look really weird as far as I'm concerned. But that's my personal opinion. But I am looking forward to seeing that show. There's a bunch of stuff that's coming out, but we have stuff that has already come out.
Have you heard what James Gunn said about his Lex Luthor?
No.
James Gunn tweeted out, or he X'd it out, or whatever. He said, my Lex Luthor will be bald. And I'm like, I don't care as long as you give me a good story.
Listen, Lex Luthor being bald isn't a priority. It's more a matter of how about a good version of Lex Luthor.
Give me a good story.
There's
only been 2 good versions of Lex Luthor.
Okay, I'm going to say Michael Rosenbaum is one.
Thank you.
3 then. Michael Rosenbaum.
Oh, you were going to leave Rosenbaum out?
How dare you?
I was going live action.
And that is live action.
That is.
Because I thought of the
Because
Flash.
remember,
I
he
thought of
played the Flash.
I thought of that's what I thought of when
He
you
was
said that.
voicing the Flash.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rosenbaum, you're gonna hate me, Kevin Spacey.
You're right, I do hate you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No.
but
Not
Gene
for that
Hackman.
one, but I do hate you.
Gene Hackman, in no specific order.
Well, Hackman is legendary.
Yes.
See, now the thing is, I got to give Cryer his due because on Supergirl, his version of Lex Luthor, I feel like paid wonderful homage to Hackman. Especially considering you figure the tie-in, he was Hackman's
Nephew.
His nephew, yeah.
Yeah.
In Superman 4.
4. That's right. I forgot
Yeah, the
about
Quest
that.
for Peace.
Yep.
Oh, I think we all try to forget about Superman 4.
I can see the use
I
of
think
sap in
Superman 3 we
infantry.
also forget about too.
Yeah.
That's just a bad Richard Pryor movie.
Superman thrown in.
Although it was cool to see Superman and Clark Kent fighting each other. So that was it. I give it a little more slack just for that, except for the nicotine in the kryptonite, which
Yeah,
that was just weird. Yeah,
Superman's bad.
yeah, that went a little off the rails. But yeah, no. But Michael Rosenbaum is
Yes.
up there. He spent a good amount of time playing Lex Luthor and added a lot of complexity to the character. Because I honestly can't even say for what is it, John O'Shea or John Shea from Superman and Lois,
Superman and Lois.
The Adventures of Lois and Clark.
Lois and Clark.
Because right now we still have to wait to see a little more before it ends for Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
I mean, we know it's only getting I think about 10 episodes this season, but it's going to take some
I
time
think
for
that's
that to come
basically
out.
what everybody's going to get between 10 and 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like that one was getting canceled regardless. But I will say I am interested in seeing some of the stuff that is going to be coming out when it comes to it. I mean, I will say I'm one of those weirdos that I want to see the Kite Man cartoon. Because after the way they made him in Harley Quinn,
Oh my
it's
God,
like
that was
I
hysterical.
think it's going to be.
He's going to be hysterical.
Oh yeah, so we know it's not going to be something to take seriously.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I mean, let's face it. Disney already gave us a full season of What If. With really did not. When you said it was daily, I did not think it was daily, and then it was, and I was so thankful. But at the same time, I was like, "Oh, this is a little too much."
I have to watch each episode now.
I literally,
Yeah, I already did.
I lost track of what day it was.
Yep.
And I almost lost track for the new episode of Doctor Who for their Christmas episode because of all the episodes of What If. Although I will say the new Doctor, Ncuti Gatwin, seems to be doing a great job so far. And I can't wait to see when this comes out later this year of how the new season plays out.
Okay.
You know, it took me a while to get into Doctor Who. I had a lot of friends that were like, you got to get into it. And I started at the 2005 reboot, but it was already close to the 50th anniversary when I started. So, I mean, it's always entertaining. But now we had What If, and now we've got the new Percy Jackson, which I feel is doing a lot better of a job than the movies did.
Yeah.
Because you have more time to explain things on a show than you do in a movie.
Yeah, but they also rushed, like they kind of left off the character that, you know, Zeus's child that gets turned into a tree. They were able to actually bring that up because after seeing the movies, I kind of wanted to like find out about it. So I started to kind of read the books, but I didn't have the time. So I was doing the audiobooks. So they weren't bad. It just, I was on a little bit of a burnout, so I think I stopped after the second book. But no, so far we'll see how well this one goes. But they're doing a great job. Although I will say I did like the casting that they had for the movie, but they were aged up a little too much.
Yeah.
So now it feels a little more age appropriate. So, I mean, we're getting a lot of good stuff that's coming out. It's just the spacing. And now we have your show that's come out.
The Floor Us.
Yep. So we are family.
That's it.
Let's just dive into this real quick because you know I was watching it and I'm like, the placement, you lucked out getting probably what I would consider one of the pristine spots.
Prime real estate.
I could.
Oh yeah, me and
the
young lady that's right next. I'm her right, left hand. She's her right.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
You were so easy to spot with your red shirt right next to Mama. And I was like, okay, where's Jimmy? And the second I saw, I was like, there he is.
Oh yeah.
So I was highly impressed. I like the way that the show is going. The 2 rounds of guessing the celebrities with the clues. How hard was it actually doing that with the pressure while filming?
Honestly, you got to keep an eye on the clues. As you're doing, you're standing there, you're looking at the clues. You're like, okay. I'm going to give an example, like in a way, because we were doing this even a bit. All right, you see some Cheetos. All right, you see some bell bottoms. And then you see Shaggy. Not Scooby-Doo Shaggy, but Shaggy. Wasn't me. And then you figure out, oh, I know. Ashton Kutcher. Boom. And then next thing you know, he's coming out of the sphere.
Oh, yeah,
So-
the Cheetos commercials. It wasn't me.
Okay.
And what was the other one?
Bell bottoms.
Oh, that 70s show.
70 show.
Okay.
All right.
Makes
so,
sense. All right.
Yeah, it's a good way of describing how everything was.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
now, what can you tell us about the first episode? Because I will say, when we got to round 2, if you didn't get it, I was going to smack you.
Oh, please, if I didn't get it. But there's a reason why I got that. Like,
I will say, though, when listening to some of the other people, I was like, when somebody said Chevy Chase, I was like, right track, wrong person. But when they went, and it was like, when they were saying Bill Murray, I was like, now you're really stretching.
well, they stretched. They looked at the clues. They presumed. You presume who it's going to be
Yeah.
and everything. I mean, for the first one, someone's saying Scottie Pippen. I'm like,
How did I didn't understand, because how well could you see the silhouette of the celebrity? Because watching it on TV, I could see that it was, if it was male or female.
it's a lot better on TV.
Okay, so it was a lot.
I'll honestly say that. Yep.
Yeah. So you get a better visual from seeing it rather than when you were there.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that had to have been why they were able to say Scottie Pippen when I was like, I wouldn't
That's
have
the first guess.
I wouldn't have gotten the first person, because I was like, I can't, outside of Beyonce, who I don't.
It was a crapshoot.
Yeah, I don't know the
It
other.
was
members.
it was
I don't
a
even know their
crapshoot.
names of the other members of Destiny's Child.
Michelle Williams, Kelly Rowland.
Yeah,
Because Kelly Rowland and Michelle Williams are always named on The Masked Singer.
yeah.
There's always same people. They always name on The Masked Singer the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, and Kelly Rowland and Michelle Williams are always named.
Okay, so now where does this show fall exactly? Does this fall as a game show or a reality show?
It's a game show.
Okay.
But we were the we lived the reality show. We'll talk after episode 10.
All right. So yeah. So everyone's got something to look forward to.
Yep.
So we can get some insights into the show, though.
Yes.
So, but right now for the first episode, how, like, did they give you guys an idea of how fast you actually gave the answers? Like, did you know?
We don't know how fast she gave the answer until you know the winners and everything, because through the rules, what I can basically say about is the faster you give the answer, the faster you'll get with the money and everything.
Okay.
And you can get to the third round.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
It's like one of those games. You know, they ask you the question, and you have like the time ticking down, and as the time ticks, you lose money, or you lose points.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
By the last round, it's the more clues you go through to make your
Yeah.
guess, the less you're gonna win.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, I think that was a great concept. Anthony Anderson, I have to say, did a great job as a host. His mother's a pisser, though.
oh my God, she's hysterical.
Yeah. So now, can you say anything at least about how she is behind the scenes?
Anybody want to go to bingo with her?
Oh, she was a trip.
She's already been invited here to play with my cousin, my mother, and my aunt, because they have a bingo down at St. Joseph's over in Rosebank. Every Thursday, folks, head on down. Yes, Doug,
We are-
you can go down.
And we are not getting paid for this advertisement,
no,
folks.
this is free. This is to help the
Free
school.
plug.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but no, so at least this way, it's like, you know, but yeah, no. His mom seemed like she was a blast. Like, I was literally sitting there.
Oh, she's
and I'm like,
hysterical.
her guesses and stuff, I was like, oh, this lady's great.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that when she said Johnny Depp, I almost lost it.
Because he needed Jesus.
Yeah. Now, granted, yes, I had a hard time watching the show because of the fact that I had family in the house, so it took a little time to be able to get to the DVR to watch it. But now you said it. I know you posted earlier online that they're replaying it over the weekend.
They replayed it yesterday.
So they replayed it yesterday.
Basically, they're going to replay. It looks like they're going to be replaying it until Next Level Chef comes in.
Okay. But
So-
in the meantime, it can be caught on Hulu, though.
The next day, I believe, starting at 3.
All right. So anybody who wants to catch that can see Jimmy, and you can see Jimmy's dancing on set because yes, they made sure they got good footage of you moving around, so they can catch it on Hulu the next day if they don't get a chance to see it live on television, recorded.
Yes.
You know, just like this podcast, which you can tune into on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Amazon Podcast, and every other major podcasting platform, along with watching a week later on YouTube. This episode, I will say, is going to be one that we're going to really want you to check the YouTube channel out after, because I'm going to be editing in the footage from Anime NYC. So you won't hear it here, but it's something that's going to be a little more visual. So that's a little bonus for everyone who tunes in on now our audio and gets to see the video later. And I swear to God, if you don't watch it on there, I will smack Mike. Technically, I'll smack Mike anyway, but, you know.
That's not much of an incentive to get him to watch it.
Okay, Doug will smack Mike, and we will post it all over the internet.
Which, by the way, now, listen. Speaking of Mike.
My phone just went off. Doug goes, okay.
Yeah. He didn't even have to hear it live.
His Doug senses went off.
Now,
This brings me back to season 1 a minute, and I do have to bring something back.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
do it.
Yes. Dan, thank you again for shaving.
You're welcome. I am a man of my word.
Now, wait a minute. Now, since he did presumably get the wrong answer from Marklin Baker, because we all know the right answer.
That's right, Balky.
You see now, I have an alternative for you challenge.
Okay.
Since you're too coward to grow a mustache, fine.
I don't think there's enough testosterone in there to go and grow a mustache. I think the kids in school can grow a better mustache than he can.
The girls can't.
Well, since a certain trailer has now come out for a movie, which is number 4, young man, since Serge is now white-haired, you need to dye your hair white now, smarty pants.
Dye my hair.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
We want to
Why?
hear
Why?
the viewers, except for Doug, because we already know your answer.
Doug already says yes.
That'll come up faster than anything.
He just texted me again. He said yes.
You know what? I got to give you, I was not expecting that, but you know what? Thank you, Jimmy. That is perfect.
I already dyed my hair silver one time.
Yes, well, now you'll be able to do it again. Now, here's the thing. What is the stipulation to get him to do it?
Yeah.
You came up with this, so this is on you.
No, he just wanted
I
to
hate
do
to
it. It's no
say it.
stipulation.
This is the alternate to
Since we can't get the stash.
yeah.
It's not my fault I can't grow facial hair.
We
I
don't
can't- it comes
want
down to
to
like
hear
a
about
little
this hair
stubble.
growing problem. Get some Rogaine or go call Cy Sperling.
Ice. Is he still
Wow,
alive?
that's a throwback and a half. Wow. I'm sure the kids out there really know who Cy Sperling is.
He's not only a haircut president, he's also a client.
Mary's wigs don't come off.
So now, with that being said, no, we have to give a challenge at least to get him to do this. So, what is a respectable challenge?
What are we at now?
Let's see, Mike, what are we at when it comes to the members of the Instagram and Facebook groups?
The member of the Instagram family. Hang on, let me switch accounts.
Do 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 do.
We are holding steady at 56 followers.
Attention,
75?
Los Angeles, Chicago, Atlanta, and Ohio. Listen to all the ways you can get and listen to the Dragoons Lair podcast and get on. Let's go, family. We need some white
So
after Christmas.
I'm gonna give it a nice little 75.
75, yes.
75. an attainable goal.
And one man from San Antonio, you know my buddy. Let's go!
Now, with that being said, we've had some fun at Mike's expense, but
Again.
Really?
Of
Yeah.
course.
No.
Of course.
Yes.
Now the thing is, Mike actually did see a movie. So yes, I know, right? It's
No, wait.
actually
Golf
went
club?
out of the house.
Yep, golf
club.
I'll get my own golf clap. Fuck you.
So now, Mike, why don't you tell us how was Iron Claw?
Really fucking good. I saw it twice. First time I saw it with Doug and my buddy Dave, and then the next day I saw it with Lynn, Danny, Jen, Janine, and
Wow,
another guy.
you actually went to see a movie twice.
I know.
We can't get you to see anything really, and you're falling
it twice.
behind on stuff, and yet you saw
I saw that
Iron
twice.
Claw twice.
Well, yeah,
That says something.
it does. But no, this was like Lynn was like, oh, once I told her what it was and we got tickets, she was like, oh, I'm not really a wrestling fan. I'm like, you don't have to be a wrestling fan. Wrestling is like the backstory. It's like what goes on like behind the scenes with the Von Erich family.
Okay.
Yep.
This is more character driven. Zac Efron, not only did he get in phenomenal shape for this film,
Yeah.
he should be nominated for like best actor.
All right.
This film, if it's not nominated for a couple of awards, Golden Globes, Academy, anything,
And Golden Globes is coming up
this
on
definitely
Channel 2.
This definitely needs to be.
Yeah.
It needs to be nominated.
Now,
Yeah.
now, I'm not a fan of the award shows because I feel like there's too much bias and like things that are popular don't typically get the recognition that they deserve. They kind of get looked down on because it's popular. And, you know,
Oh, no, I agree.
yeah, so
I will agree
I
because
stopped with the award shows a long time ago because of that. I feel like some of the most popular things that are really good keep getting slighted.
Yeah, but this film needs to be. I mean, Zac Efron, he definitely left his Disney teeny bopper
Yeah.
persona behind. Holt McElhaney, he plays Fritz Von Erich.
Okay.
And you're like, Jesus Christ, this man. Holy shit. You know, the way he pushes his sons. You know, they did leave one of the brothers out. They didn't
Yeah.
talk about phone.
Of course.
They didn't talk about Chris.
Yeah. Sorry
Yeah.
about this, folks.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
That's Danny's prostitute calling him, telling him he's going to be late tonight.
well,
Anyway,
Keep
but
talking.
They did leave Chris Von Erich out.
yeah.
And, you know, I was reading about it because I was like, why'd you leave him out? And they said that, the director said, you know, they couldn't have put him in because it would have taken too much away from the film. And the way they depicted Carrie Von Erich
Yeah.
dying is the way that Chris Von Erich died.
Yeah.
Carrie died by a self-inflicted gunshot wound, but it wasn't at the family ranch. He drove out to a field somewhere and did
Yeah.
the deed. Chris shot himself at the ranch, but I think one of my favorite scenes in the film is after Carrie passes, you see him walking out of the house, and he meets up with his three brothers who passed away, and they're all like, you know, hugging in the afterlife, and I'm like, that's a cool scene. But Iron Claw, see, even if you're not a wrestling fan, go see this film. The acting is phenomenal. It's just a great film. If this is not if Zac Efron isn't nominated for Best Actor,
Even Jeremy Allen White.
Jeremy Allen White, who could have played Willy Wonka, I'm sorry. If they make a
I'll get to that in a
biopic of
second,
him,
'cause I've seen that.
If they make a biopic of Gene Wilder, he needs
Yeah.
to play it because he's spitting image of him. But Holt McElhaney, if he's not nominated, they need to be nominated.
Yeah.
all right. So now, what is your overall rating, though?
Of the Iron Claw,
Yes.
I would give it a solid 8.5.
8.5 out of 10?
8.5 out of 10.
I go
Oh,
at least 8.5, 9.
Only
I'll tell you that.
because I give it an 8.5. Only because I know there are some things that couldn't have been put into the film. only because it would have taken too long and it would take too much away. Like they never introduced Chris.
No.
And there's some things they glossed over. That's what, but it's still a phenomenal film, and I'll give it a solid 8.5 because when Terry killed himself, he had a wife and a kid. In the film, no mention was ever made of him having a wife and a kid.
No.
All right.
But solid film. Definitely bring a box of Kleenex if you're the emotional type. And
I brought my
Definitely do
wife
it.
to this, and she didn't know anything about him. Mm-hmm. And she was amazed and mortified. I had another friend of mine, and she saw it twice. She saw it even a Q&A with the cast.
nice.
Yeah, at the Regal in the city, and she was impressed. And she saw it twice with her daughter.
All right.
And I'll tell you, 8.5 out of 10. And it's funny you mentioned Jeremy Allen White as Wonka, because there are pictures going around even on Instagram showing him almost Gene Wilder-esque, as
Yeah.
you said, as Wonka. I mean, they could
I really
do
thought he
Wonka
was
2
related.
and make him.
I thought, like, I had to look it up because I thought Jeremy Allen White was related to Gene Wilder. They look that much alike.
All right.
I mean, like the crazy buggy eyes, like the way the
Yeah.
eyes bug out. When I saw him in the film, and I'm like, okay, granted, no one really has the physique or the look that Kerry Von Erich had, but I'm like, this dude looks more like Willy Wonka than Von Erich. But that being said, he did a phenomenal job in the film. Every person they casted in the Iron Claw, perfect. I mean, you open up, you see Zac Efron in the ring fighting Chavo
Yeah.
Guerrero, and
As the Sheik.
as the Sheik, and Chavo Guerrero was the trainer.
Yeah, he
And
also-
he trained everybody. And he even said, he goes, they go to him, they go, Chavo, can these guys have a match? And he's like, no. He goes, I did not train them to have a match. I trained them to do the moves and not get hurt. He goes, you give me another 3 weeks with these guys, he goes, and then they can put on a match.
Yeah.
So that goes to say something. And I mean, Chavo Guerrero was one of the trainers that helped stunt coordinate and everything over for Glow.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately, I wish that
And
would
he
have
was
kept
in
going.
that too also.
Yeah. So I wish that show, unfortunately, COVID kind of ended that one a little abruptly. But I will say, I mean, you and I have talked about WoW before, and they did do a special where they covered Genie Bus and like WoW and everything recently on the CW.
CW and even Extra did with Mario Lopez.
Yeah, it was
Did
pretty.
it also.
Yeah, it was pretty much. I think it was like Entertainment Tonight or something. When then they just re-aired it. The CW seems to become a place where they're going to be re-airing a lot of things.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it's going to be
Around much longer.
at least not in the current iteration. It's going to end up changing, and I don't know how I feel about it, but it's probably going to be one of those networks that I doubt I'll be paying too much attention to if it continues on the path of losing all the shows that I give a damn about.
Right. I mean, you had great shows, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, let's cancel them all.
And I get it. You know,
Yeah, shows run their course. They need to be moved on, but
yeah. So
I mean, the only thing that I'll watch the CW for is at night when the Goldbergs is on late night,
Yeah.
and Who's Line.
yeah.
yeah. Well, we're going to take a quick break so this way I can put the video stuff in. So we'll be right back after this. We are at Anime NYC and we are wandering around trying to get some footage and going to see some people's costumes. There's a lot of great stuff going on here, guys. Okay, so we're making our way through the crowd here, and of course Henry's got to stop, look at the cosplay weaponry because there's plenty of items that you can get to add for your cosplay, but now we have a ton of waifu figures, so getting a bunch of anime figures, statues, great, and then more weaponry, of course. There's such a big crowd. The turnout was amazing, and we were only there for one day, but the rooms were amazing. You can see there was artwork and all sorts of other things that came along with it. I mean, this was an amazing situation to be able to see everything going on. We had so much fun. Like, you could see the costumes. We walked through the vendors room so much. There was so much to see and so much to do, and that wasn't even getting to the lines for the actual people to get autographs from. We didn't even go anywhere near there because we didn't have enough time. There was too much to see all over the place, and making our way through the crowds, trying to navigate, that you could see each booth was really jam-packed. Gamers Heaven had a presence there, so there was everything you could think of. If there was an anime item that you were looking for, it was there and you could definitely find it. If you couldn't find it, then I'm pretty sure they could point you in the direction of somebody had an online store for it. But yeah, we made our way through. There's the artist gallery, people in their costumes all over the place. It was so much fun. And we made sure that we got a lot of walking done. I think I literally did about 14,000 steps that day. But yeah, and it was crazy. But yeah, we really went through this crowd. And as you can see, like navigating through the crowd is something to behold. It is all over the place. We're like really just trying to get a feel for everything that's around. And it was just left, right, wherever you went. You could see great costumes. You got some simple costumes. You had some more complex stuff. But of course, trying to make our way through, Henry got distracted by weaponry, but I got distracted by the amazing One Piece statues that were there, along with the cosplay weaponry and stuff. But no, this was like amazing. Like your cosplay stuff, like the Bulma figure, there was so many different figures, but you got to have space for these things because they were huge. Now, as we keep going, there was a Deku, there's Ichigo. You can see, like, every anime was represented by their fans. So you had Jujutsu Kaisen fans there as well. You had fans that didn't even know who they were cosplaying as, which we came across a couple of times. But yeah, no, there's so many amazing things to see. And this was just one level. The Javits Center had 3 levels, and we didn't even get to panels or anything, but we did get to go upstairs to the Crunchyroll area, but we didn't really get a lot of footage there. So we were really all over the vendors areas and stuff where you got costumes, you got accessories. It was everything that you could think. And we are back. So
We have the code to the airlock. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That sounds like some idiot's luggage combination.
That is my luggage combination.
Change the combination to my luggage.
Yeah. So we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully we're gonna get better with the footage and stuff from conventions and everything. This was our first time going, and I blame Henry. It's easy just to blame him. Wonderful guy. We love him. He is our on-the-go camera guy. Unfortunately, he gets very easily distracted by weaponry, and it doesn't.
Oh, people go, oh, look at the kitty. He's like, oh, knife.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sharpie thing. Stabby, stabby.
Yeah, that really is the best way to describe him. But he...
Stabby, bleedy.
Yeah. So with that being said, we want to go back to what we did something last year, which was give our rundown of a bunch of the movies coming out this year. We're not going to hit all of them. We may come back to it month to month to discuss like the movies that are coming out. But I mean, January we're going to hit right now. So we're going to start off right now. Today, as we're recording, it's January 5th. So, Good Grief came out on Netflix. I have no clue about this.
No idea.
Memory, Jessica Chastain. I like Jessica Chastain, so I might watch it. I just don't know anything about it.
I haven't heard anything about it. Seen anything.
Night Swim seems like it might be kind of interesting.
Is that like the horror one where like
yes,
I saw parts
Wyatt
of it?
Russell.
Yeah,
I kind of want to see more stuff with Wyatt Russell, especially since Monarch.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say Falcon and the Winter Soldier didn't do him any favors.
It didn't do him any
the
justice.
Party City Wish version of Captain America.
Well, that was what they went for.
Oh, that was exactly what they
went
got.
for the Wish version of Captain America because he wasn't supposed to be. Like, you can't put him in as Captain America and make him likable.
Yeah, no.
Then people will be like, no, let him go with the shield. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, no.
He was an ass in the comics.
He was an asshole.
He was an asshole.
Yeah.
And that's why, you look at the suit, you're like, oh, that's the knockoff.
Yeah.
That's why he's a USA agent.
Right.
Yeah. Well, now we got other movies coming out. There's another one that today I can't even pronounce this. Nor Yang,
Dead Sea. No
Deadly
idea.
Sea. No. Don't know. It apparently has got to be a foreign film. It'll be up for a nomination next year, probably. Because if it's foreign,
It gets nominated.
Yeah. The Beekeeper with Jason Statham.
See,
I love Statham.
Yeah, me too. I just really hope he doesn't fall into like the Van Damme and the Seagal of just making these really
ridiculous films where like he's one man and he takes on a whole army and wins.
The thing is, though, I could see him doing it. I had a hard time with like Van Damme, believing Van Damme could do it, but Statham, I could kind of see doing it with some, with the style and the swagger.
Yeah, but it's just like, what are you? I'm a beekeeper. No. Come on.
Well, you know what? We'll find out more when that comes out on January 12th.
Although I did like the one line you see in the commercials. He walks up, the 2 cans of gas outside the building, and the guard goes, I'm going to count to 3 because I'll do it for you. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Now what?
What I actually loved was the fact that he's pretty much telling him there's about to be a fire.
Yeah.
And
Fire.
like,
okay, thank you.
yeah, not realizing he's about to set this building on fire.
Yeah, and the woman goes, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to go leave now.
Yeah, the fact that she said thank you was like that great little moment.
Yes.
Now, the Book of Clarence.
Yes, I want to see that film.
Yes.
I want to see that.
I know nothing about it.
It's like Rufus. He wants to be the 13th. He had to think, how many apostles? He wants to be, he's a black guy, and he wants to be the 13th apostle.
Okay. Well,
And he goes about it, like he basically tries to con people. Like he had his friend laying on the ground, and he goes, oh, now you will live. And he's still laying there. And he kicks him. And he's, oh, he's back. And the kid was like, oh, I seen you before, and I was so little. When I was little, I seen you. He goes, and you are still little, you little one. Look, that's another miracle.
oh, God.
It looks so stupid, it's funny.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how that one comes out. But, I mean, it does have Benedict Cumberbatch, so, I mean...
And you know what? They didn't even show him in the trailer.
No.
They
Okay.
showed James McAvoy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He plays one of the Caesars.
Okay, well, you know what? McAvoy and Cumberbatch should be an interesting combination.
Yeah. But this...
You get a young Professor X and Doctor Strange.
This looks interesting. It looks funny.
Okay.
I want to go see it.
Okay. I can't pronounce that.
In Shahala Boy.
Yeah.
No.
Nominated for another motion picture award.
Without a doubt. It'll win, too.
Yep. Lift on Netflix with Kevin Hart.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? It's on Netflix. It's going to be an easier watch.
It is going to be an easy... But I think this is a good move for Kevin Hart because it kind of goes away from like all the other goofy little movies that he made. I mean, this one, yes, it's goofy, but he's not playing like like the normal.
We don't know until we see it.
Right,
so.
but just from what I've seen from the commercials and the previews, it looks more like a serious comedy.
Now, this is where I feel redundancy is a little too redundant.
Mm-hmm.
Mean Girls, which it's
Now a musical.
Yeah.
Yes.
It went from a movie to a musical to now a musical movie.
No.
That's what Hairspray. Wait, this is even what happened with Hairspray.
But Hairspray
and it also
was a
happened with the
musical.
Color
Yeah, but-
Purple.
They made the Color Purple musical?
The Color Purple?
Yeah, the Color Purple.
Purple?
Purple. Yeah,
Purple.
You know, like
One-eyed
Cool
one.
Whip people. It's like Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Wheathins.
Say whip.
Whip.
Say cool.
Cool.
Say Cool Whip.
Let's not get sued for that one.
I'm not saying we made it up. We're just
No
saying it's
kidding.
funny.
Okay, now we got another one. Tim. Tim.
No idea.
Totally idiotic movie.
TIM? No idea. NID? No idea.
And it's also doesn't even have a rating. It's to be determined. So TBA.
TBA. Pass.
Nope. Freud's Last Session.
Yeah. It looks
Yeah.
interesting.
This
'Cause,
this is something that I see as like shooting for an award.
Yeah.
This is I think this is one of Anthony Hopkins' last movies.
Really? He's going to hang it up?
Maybe
Yes,
he should at this point.
I heard
he's
his
getting
health
up
is
there.
not
It's-
up there.
Yeah, so it's about time. You know, the Wendigo. I'm curious because of the fact that I know the history of like the Wendigo, and it's done some interesting horror movies. So
Yeah.
depending on how they do this, if they do it right, it could be interesting. But I got to say, because of the fact that it's the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
we know that things that drop at the beginning of the first 3 months
Don't
of the
really
year,
have longevity.
it's not even that. That's the studios don't have a lot of faith in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Because then we've got 1992.
A very good year.
Yeah.
For what? We don't know.
Yeah, I have no clue.
No idea.
Yeah. Founders Day. I feel like I'm about to get lost.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Tiger's Apprentice. It's a
You
Paramount
jumping
release.
over ISS.
Yeah, there was a reason for that. I have no clue about what it is.
I remember seeing something for it. Can't remember tell you what the fuck it was.
Is this
It's an International Space Station.
okay?
Yeah.
So
No idea. You go continue.
yeah, because you're gonna go look it.
I wanna look it up.
Yeah. But Tiger's Apprentice, it's a Paramount Plus release with Michelle Yeoh and Sandra Oh. So that should be interesting. And I mean, what is it? Sandra Oh is the voice on of the mother on Invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. ISS. Okay, I've seen previews for this. It seems interesting where they're on the International Space Station. It's the American crews and the Russian crews up there. Basically, what happened...
You've already lost me.
Basically, what happens is World War III happens on Earth. They see the nuclear bombs going off. And the Russians send up...
Why does this seem a little too... What's about to happen? So we try to stay away from politics and stuff here. So let's just skip that one altogether.
No, but let me just give the rundown.
Oh
of the film.
God!
It's basically World War III happens, and you get your finger off that button. I swear to God, I will chop that motherfucker off.
Listen, only one person on the show is allowed to have 9 fingers.
Yeah, well, I'll cut it all. I have 9 1/4, bitch. You'll have fucking 8. Anyway, World War III happens. You see the nuclear bombs going off, and the Russians send up word to their crew, take control of the space station. The Americans send up word to their crew, take control of the space station. And it's basically as World War III is going on down there, World War III is going on in the ISS, and that's basically it.
Yeah, that just sounds complicated, and I don't want to deal with it.
Whatever.
Man. Now, what do we got? Which brings me to you. You know, I wasn't talking about you, but that title alone just is a horrible segue.
Yes.
It has Lucy Hale. She's interesting. She's a good actress, but I don't know anything about it, and I highly doubt that the studio cares about it.
Who put it out?
Listen, it doesn't even have a rating. It's another to be determined.
Yeah, it comes out like in 2 weeks. So.
Yeah, when a movie's coming out early, like at the beginning of the year, and it still doesn't have a rating.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totem. I don't know, and
I don't care.
pretty much, because we'll see how that one all plays out if we actually get some information on it.
Well, it's supposed to be coming out by the end of the month,
Yeah.
26th. So.
And by the end of the month, we also get The Underdogs on an Amazon Prime release starring Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
I'm more than willing to watch that because it's
Yes.
Snoop.
Yes, Snoop.
Yes.
He's
Yeah, you put
I think
Snoop.
it's a football movie.
Listen, yeah, listen. As long as there's Snoop in it, I'm good.
Yep.
I'm waiting to see if there's going to be a
Munchies?
The Manchi cheese.
Manchichi.
Munchies.
I want to see if they have a cameo from his best friend Martha Stewart.
Which would still.
Which is funny as hell. The two of them.
Oh, yeah.
2 people that you would never think would be friends. Or
Oh no
best
no no!
friends.
She has more street cred than half of these fake mumble rappers out there. It's like, come on. Now let's go into February.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know anything about Argyle, but the fact that it has Henry Cavill
Yes.
and Bryce Dallas Howard,
I give it a shot.
I will definitely give that a chance.
It's supposedly a spy movie. It's like making a movie with a spy movie or something.
Okay.
So,
Okay. The Monk and the Gun.
that sounds like an episode from Taxi.
It does.
It really.
And I was just watching it the other day.
Oh God. Yeah, there's certain things. It's like, you know, we're gonna start skipping around because now we're in other months, but we'll see what's. Do you see anything interesting in February, Mike?
The Monk and the Gun.
President's
It ends
Day.
with us. Lisa Frankenstein? No.
That looks interesting. That looks funny, though.
That could be interesting.
It could be interesting if we knew a little bit more about it.
Yeah. Upgraded.
Skin Deep sounds like a porno flick.
Yeah. Upgraded though. I mean, might be interesting. It's on Amazon Prime.
Actually, no, not really. Nothing else really jumps out.
You know what though? But
There's
February
something
has
with Michelle
Madam Web.
Yeah.
Where?
Madam Web, February 14th.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, right around the time for Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, you can tell Sony has a lot of faith in Madam Web. I'm sorry, but I have more faith in Madam Web than I do for Kraven the Hunter. And that's a personal opinion because, frankly, from the trailer alone, it seems like we're going back to the old trope of, oh, the blood of the animal gets inside of him and he's got the powers. It's like, are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm. Did it not happen in, I don't know, Morbius?
Didn't that also happen in Catwoman?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We will not talk about that because that was not Catwoman.
Exactly.
We'll talk about Bruno.
No. Now, it's like looking through February, there's not really a lot, but I mean, we'll see how that all plays out. But I'm like, February is usually a rough month. Now, we get into March. You know, we're already getting Dune Part 2.
Didn't see the first one, didn't see the original, really have no interest in
The
seeing
original was interesting.
It was weird. And I mean, what was it? David Lynch?
That was David Lynch. Sting was in it.
Yeah, it was weird. It was kind of cool, but it was also very trippy. They've tried. This one, though, seems to be doing pretty well. I liked Part 1, but it's been a while.
Well, it was supposed to come out in December.
Yeah.
But with all the
strike and everything. Yeah.
And it was supposed to be December, was supposed to be the month of Chalamet.
It pretty much was, but, you know.
Yeah, but it would have been royally his.
Yeah, now it's like, all right, you know, there's this new Adam Sandler movie, Spaceman. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we'll see how that one.
I actually kind of want to see The Fall Guy. That looks, we know it has nothing to do with the TV show.
No, it still has he's playing Colt Seavers.
I don't think he is.
Yeah.
I mean,
I kind of want to give that one a shot.
And at least
I seen the trailer. I'm like,
I seen the trailer too. I just didn't think they called him Colt.
Listen,
I know he was a stuntman.
By the end of March, though, at least we're getting Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire.
Thank you, Jesus.
So that is I will consider that to be the start of
the movie season.
The movie season of like the movies that we can pretty
Colt
much.
Seavers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There is a new Roadhouse though coming out on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, which I'd see it. I mean, I saw the original. I just want to see how they
Roadhouse.
Yeah,
Roadhouse.
I'll check it out because
I want to see how they do it.
Yeah, as long as they do it justice, I'm okay with it.
No, not supposedly. There is a sequel to Roadhouse where it came out after Swayze died, and
I don't.
No, I read about it.
Yeah, the second it's like if you're doing something that's a sequel and Swayze's not there, they did mention they're supposed to be following Swayze's son, and they said that like somebody killed him, and they said that like supposedly right in the first like 5 minutes. Yeah,
an ex-UFC middleweight fighter ends up working at a rowdy bar in Florida Keys where things are not as they
Florida
seem.
now.
Yeah, of course.
Chet Gyllenhaal.
Of course it's in fucking Florida. And there's my F-bomb for the show.
Did you originally the idea was supposed to have an all-female cast, and Ronda Rousey was supposed to be the bouncer?
No, I heard. Oh wait, and Conor McGregor's in this.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Nope. Sorry. I'm like I'll watch it, but thank God it's on Amazon and it's not going to be like because I'm not paying to go see that one in the theaters. Now we'll jump over to April. April doesn't have a long list. Which is funny because February you would think would have had a little more because it's a leap year.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that there's no cartoons or anime coming out during.
Well, they had Kung Fu Panda 4 coming out in March.
But remember, a lot of things.
But that's March.
Yeah.
I figured it'd come out earlier.
Nah, listen. You know what? It's Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yeah. Animated.
They're doing good, but it's CG, not real animated. Yeah. It's not the same thing as a lot of the other stuff that's come out.
It's Jack
but
Black.
At the very least, April, looking at some of the stuff that's coming out, I have to say there's 2 movies with Bill Nye.
Yeah.
Which
Musica and Dragon Keeper. No, not Musica. I'm sorry. The First Omen and Dragon Keeper.
Yeah, the First Omen looks interesting because I'm thinking, is this before?
Yeah, but there's
the original.
There's an untitled M. Night Shyamalan project.
He still makes movies.
No,
I'm sorry, but it's like there's no twist anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I have no desire whatsoever. But thank God for Godzilla, Kong
2, the new Empire.
Yeah, that I'm definitely interested in seeing.
And then they have a untitled monster thriller from Universal Pictures. So maybe it's like going back to the original monsters: Dracula, Wolfman, Mummy.
And if they're smart and they do that, because the idea of creating that monster verse years ago was a great idea.
Tom Cruise.
it was a great idea. It was
Yeah.
Tom Cruise in The Mummy was a terrible idea.
Not only that, you put Jekyll and Hyde in there.
Yeah. Now it's like there's not really too many other things coming out, at least listed for March, April.
March? I mean, April.
It's all blending together at this point. But now in May, it's like, all right, let's see what we got here now.
Hang on a minute.
The Fall Guy is now. Is this because it got pushed back
Yeah, because didn't we see the Fall Guy? Yeah, the Fall Guy was supposed to be coming out in March.
or February?
No, it says Fall Guy March 1, and now in May,
Yeah, May
the
3rd.
Fall Guy May 3rd. So maybe they already did a sequel to it, and they're releasing it a couple of months later? Is it a two-parter?
Yeah, the list is a little weird here.
Yeah.
But, let's see, because, we're going through the internet, and the internet is never
Never
wrong.
people.
No, there's no such thing as misinformation on the internet. But, I'm not seeing a lot of stuff for May. Like,
Creature. I'm still waiting for when Creature Commandos comes out this year.
well, there is at least a Garfield movie coming out
Yeah,
Yes.
I saw the preview for that, and I was like, that is so sad.
with Chris Pratt.
As Garfield.
Yeah.
Now, have you heard that Chris Pratt is doing the voice of Optimus Prime in Transformers 1?
No, and I don't want to hear that. No.
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 Shut your face.
No.
No. No.
No, don't turn my mic off. I'll just speak louder.
No.
No. It's supposed to be like the origins of the Transformers and how Megatron and Optimus came.
An
but
origin story's fine.
But-
why does it have to be another fucking Chris Pratt movie? That's two. I did not mean to do that second F-bomb. Thank you.
Fuck.
I've been trying to
How
clean
is
up
it
this
my
show.
fault?
Because you're the one that's ticking me off with this one.
I'm just saying what's out there.
And don't say what's out there.
Oh, jeez. Hang on a second.
They're supposed to come out in September.
Yeah. Although, now let's just talk about a real movie. Kingdom
Oh,
of
wait, it
the
gets-
Planet...
no. I like to,
Jimmy, Kingdom of Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
Now, I know that this isn't going to have... The director isn't continuing on, but it should be an interesting take.
It continues after Caesar,
Yeah.
which is good.
And it wasn't Chris Pratt. It was Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Thank you. At least, you
Fine.
said Pratt. Listen, there's a lot of Chris's. There's too many Chris's. Pines, Hemsworth, Evans. But don't say Pratt. Not for that.
Anyway.
He's
the only
already
way-
he's already been Mario, and now he's going to be Garfield. I don't need a third.
Fine. The only way, I mean,
Stop ruining my childhood.
I'm not
Stop
casting these guys.
steaming up my glasses.
The only way that could work is if, since it is like a prequel, don't have him as Optimus Prime, have him as Orion Pax, and at the end, when Prime does come around, you have Peter Cullen, because he just got the Lifetime Achievement Award for being Optimus Prime.
Yeah, and that's why I keep saying it's like I don't want to hear anyone else. The only other person I'm okay with is the Epic Movie guy. Like that's about it. Now I'm gonna go into June.
Okay.
June, there's a movie with Anna de Armas and Keanu Reeves, The Ballerina.
John Wick in a tutu.
And I don't know. Let's see. So Bad Boys 4.
No, I'm sorry. That
no.
peaked
They
after
really like
They're stretching,
driving that
yeah.
into the like
Ground.
Three was a stretch. Now this one, it's like, come on, you've already handed a shovel, and I'm sorry, I don't want to see Will Smith in another movie.
No.
No.
No, but it's gonna bomb.
Yeah.
Sad news.
Unless you're gonna get Chris Rock coming in and slapping him.
Johan Gruff is in it.
Who?
Mr. Fantastic.
Oh.
Now there's Inside Out 2.
Okay.
Yes.
That should be
That looks-
That
yeah.
looks good.
And the fact that it's like now they're introducing some new emotions, that should be interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay, and not really a ton. There's a Kevin Costner movie, Horizon: An American Saga.
I have no idea.
They keep letting Kevin Costner make movies.
They figured, no, he's good on Yellowstone.
Yeah, that's about it.
Chronicles a multifaceted 15-year span of pre and post Civil War
Now,
expansion.
Now you can tell this
of the
list.
West.
You can tell this list isn't up to date because of the fact that July has only 4 movies listed. Mm-hmm. So there's Despicable Me 4, which I feel like that one's starting to
Yeah,
really
that's
stretch.
starting to go downhill. I mean, the Minions were funny when they first came out.
Yeah. The Minions, Yeah.
They have a good short
do.
before
the,
migration.
the Minions are fun, but going back to Despicable Me, it's like I feel like they were really like they're hitting the bottom
Yeah.
of the well.
Yeah.
There's the untitled Scarlett Johansson
Channing
Channing
film.
Tatum movie. It's like so it's clearly nothing.
Yeah.
It's like you have nothing. Twisters.
Which supposedly has nothing to do, like, it's their own movie separate from the people who did Twister. Like, the characters in that film are.
I honestly thought this was about the game.
Yeah.
No, it's.
A bunch of
the
people
movie-
getting tied up in
no.
knots on a mat.
That would probably be better, but no, this is again tornado chasers who supposedly, if I heard correctly, have nothing to do with the people from the first film.
It's still Tornado Chasers.
It's
Yeah.
hey, when it came out in the early '90s, it was cool.
It was
Yeah.
cool then, but I still
Now,
wouldn't. Nah, it's like I think too many people's homes have been destroyed
Yeah.
by Twisters at this
I
point.
think Jeff Foxworthy really abused it well with if you might be a redneck
You're,
if.
yeah, you live there and you wonder why.
Yeah, but at least there's Deadpool 3.
Yes.
Yes.
Cannot wait for it. Which is basically Deadpool kills the Fox universe.
Yes.
Which I'm
have no problem with.
I'm okay, and I like the fact that Ryan Reynolds is getting upset with all the leaks and stuff. It's hard to keep anything as a surprise,
Yeah.
but he wants things to be a surprise, and I respect that.
Yeah.
It's the same way like they tried as best they could to keep it a surprise for Toby and Andrew Garfield popping up in Spider-Man.
Yep.
So it's getting all three of the live action Spider-Men together,
Was cool.
and it was a great shock.
Folks, Rosebud was a sled.
Yes.
Remember.
The one thing
we
about
told that to Russell when he didn't want any spoilers for episode 2.
Yes.
Speaking of spoilers, I was a little upset when they released Ghostbusters Afterlife because you didn't know if the original cast was coming back. You didn't know how they were going to do it. So when you saw all the previews, you just saw like the kids and the new stuff and like, okay, this is cool. And you kind of got into a new one and you're still thinking in the back of your head, will they show up? And then you hear Venkman's voice in the trailer, did you miss us? And I was like, that kind of, not ruined it, but I kind of went, oh, man.
But you're the guy that's okay with spoilers.
Yes, but I don't mind a spoiler, but I do like my surprises. Like if you tell me about the movie, oh, this happens and they come back and it goes, I'm like, that's fine. But certain things I want to be surprised at. But when they said, just when you heard it in the trailer, you hear Venkman's voice, did you miss us? I was kind of like, you should have let that be a surprise.
Yeah, well, you know what? It is what it is. And you got what you got, and we were
I mean,
all
it was-
excited.
yeah, I'm not
Yes.
saying I
to
wasn't excited.
see it and seeing them do the ghost version of Egon.
Which was great.
Yeah, it was the best homage. It paid respect to the franchise of what it should have been, which is why the female Ghostbusters movie was such a disappointment because it really felt like it was a slap in the
Yeah.
face to the fan base. If they would have done as anything else, it might have been a decent movie. But I think they would have been better off with the female version of Ghostbusters basically being
The cartoon.
Evolution 2.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I said it before. I'll say it again. Those women
Are hilarious.
are hilarious.
Yeah.
It was
they
a
would've-
terrible script.
If they
Yeah.
would have took it out of New York City, put it in Chicago, put it in Philly, put it somewhere else. Because remember what Venkman said in the beginning of the first film.
Yeah.
The franchise. If they would have bought a franchise.
I've said that so many times. The fucking game that came out.
yes.
It ends with them telling your character that it's like, how'd you feel about moving on to one of our other franchises?
Right. If they would have done that,
But-
I think it would have got a little better of reception.
But no, it was let's go, and because the fans didn't like it, we're going to just say every guy that doesn't like it
Is sexist.
is a sexist
Yeah.
and he hates women. When it's like not the case. You gave 4 extremely talented and funny women a horrible script, and we're like, make this turd.
Shiny.
Yeah, you can't do it. So now we're going to jump into August, which it's a short list once again. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing anything that's really grabbing my attention.
Well, they're having Horizon Chapter 2, the Kevin Costner film.
Yeah.
So they're having
So-
the original and the sequel come out in the same year.
Yeah. Which it's chapter 2. What are they going to just every few months? It's going to be another chapter.
Beats the hell out of me.
But then it's, we got Kraven the Hunter.
I'll probably give it a shot.
You'll give it a shot. I'll
Yeah.
see it because I'm gonna see it, but I have so low expectations.
Yeah, I'm not setting the bar higher on this one.
My bar is it's a movie.
Yeah.
And that's stretching.
That's it, yeah. I mean, it sounds like he can pull off a couple of good one-liners, like, "Oh, where's so-and-so? You're standing in him."
Yeah. Yeah. Now we're gonna jump up to September. Yeah, the way that me scrolling, it's just like it keeps showing at the top the next month. But Beetlejuice 2.
Haven't heard anything about it.
I'm excited,
I'm interested
I'm
in
excited.
knowing that Michael Keaton's back and Jenna Ortega's in it and Winona Ryder's supposed to be back.
Yep.
So I'm excited to see where they go and how they do this after the way the original ended so many years ago.
Special announcement, fanboys, fangirls, and all you people on YouTube making those ridiculous, stupid, freaking trailers. Stop, please. You're annoying the shit out of me. All right? Get a life.
This has been a message from Jimmy. If you have any complaints, please message Jimmy. Do not send emails to us complaining
Yes.
about Jimmy.
Yes.
Everything
Send it
spoken
to me.
here is of Jimmy's own volition.
Yes, we are not complaining. Like
We are not.
I actually like some of these fan trailers.
Some of them are good, but some of them
the
are
quality of some of them
are
good.
Yeah.
Some of these fan trailers are actually better than the actual
Yeah.
trailers that have come out.
I still crack up that, who was it? It's either episode 2 or episode 3. Someone put in Christopher Walken.
Episode 2. I was like, that looks cool.
Looks cool. That
That's
looked
not
cool
what we
and
got,
everything.
but
It
it wasn't-
didn't
It
get
would have been
there.
cool as what we got, but anyway,
Yeah, but no. Now with Transformers 1.
I'd see it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a Transformers movie, and it's all like precursors.
That's
so
what they say. It's
I-
called
it-
like the war on Cybertron.
Yeah, which I think we never saw enough of that as it is.
Yeah.
So it's a better take.
Yeah.
So it'll be an interesting thing. And Scarlett Johansson and Chris Helmsworth back together working. So it should be interesting. It all depends on. I'm curious to see who
Yeah,
Scarlett is going to be voicing.
Alita 1.
Alita 1?
Alita 1.
Oh, okay.
Wolves.
It's
Then
Brad Pitt and George Clooney. So
Ocean's 14.
probably.
And then we have Saw 11.
You
Oh,
know,
no.
I actually liked Saw 10.
Yeah.
I've liked the franchise. They went a little off the rails at certain points, but they were able to bring it back. I even like Spiral. I will say Spiral was actually pretty good. So, I mean, Saw 11, depending on how they set everything
Where they
up.
go from it.
Yeah, because, I mean, it was nice that it was like the last one kind of went back and falls somewhere between 2 and 3. So, I mean, it'll be a nice little interesting thing. Now, unfortunately, October.
The Joker.
Yeah. This one's another musical.
I don't get that. Why?
Why is everything a musical all of a sudden?
Why are you making the Joker into a musical? I don't get
Well,
that.
it's the madness and everything, so...
No, I don't get it.
Well, let's see. You figure it's Joaquin Phoenix. We know he can sing.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have
Lady
Lady Gaga as Harley
Harley
Quinn.
Quinn.
Which,
I don't know.
you know, if you... I still would like to see Tara Strong.
Yeah.
It would have been fun to see Tara Strong as a live-action Harley Quinn.
Mr. J.
Because Tara Strong can sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, they wanted Lady Gaga. Oh, well.
Oh, well. White Bird?
Nothing.
No idea.
Smile. I didn't even see the
Smile.
first
I didn't even know the Smile one. And then we have Terrifier 3.
which it's October.
Why
It
not?
is the month of horror movies. And the Terrifier series has been pretty interesting.
sick and hysterical.
Yeah. So, I mean, now November.
Amateur. Never heard of it.
At least yours is showing up. Mine's not even showing up. There we go.
We have
Fine.
Amateur.
Yeah, The Amateur.
Rachel Brosnan and Rami Malek.
Yeah, Remy Malek. I mean, he did a great job.
That's Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it should be interesting to see what this movie is.
Yeah.
Now there's the untitled Venom sequel.
I like it. I go see it. I
Yeah.
mean, I saw the first two. I enjoyed them.
You know, the first one I had to really sit there and keep telling myself it's an alternate universe,
Yeah.
it's another universe, it's another universe. But the second one, it was like I enjoyed the ride.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was another universe.
You know, it didn't make any sense. It didn't have to.
I wish it did, but you
Yeah,
know.
you wish it did, but it didn't have to.
Yeah. You know,
Also-
Gladiator 2.
No, the first Gladiator was great. Don't need to make a sequel. How many years later?
Yeah. Now the fact that
The
there's
best Christmas pageant ever, really? I still remember it as an hour-long special on ABC.
no,
And it doesn't even. It's starring to be determined.
Yep. So-
Well, if it's opening in November, don't you think you should have a cast list by now?
Going
Yeah.
back to February, everybody forgets, I don't think it was listed, the Bob Marley movie.
it was
Bob
listed.
Marley?
We just
Yeah.
kind of glossed over it.
That looks pretty good, though.
Yeah. Now the fact that Red won, The Rock and Chris Evans.
That's supposed to be like a kind of like a Christmas movie, like a Christmas comedy action movie.
Oh God, I worry. Gladiator 2, I will see it only because it has Pedro Pascal.
Pascal.
That is the only reason that you would get me to go and see Gladiator 2. And then Wicked Part 1.
Didn't see it on stage. Have no interest in seeing it in the theater.
I've heard how good it is on stage, but once again, it's another musical this year. Are they trying to bring back the age of the musicals?
Yes, it looks that way.
And you know what? Maybe it's time that musicals did make kind of a comeback, because you know movies do come in different cycles.
And
But-
it will bring a following, and it will help whoever is putting out the studio, because not for nothing, a lot of people loved Wicked. A lot of people liked Dancing Queen too.
Yeah, Mom.
But they made a sequel that were like, why? Mamma Mia, excuse me.
Now, December is like you can tell this list makes
sure.
no
No sense.
Yeah, because the untitled Karate Kid movie,
With Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan.
which have you seen the advertisements for them looking for the next Karate Kid? They're looking for him now, doing a contest for you can try out to be the next Karate Kid. I'm sorry, but Jackie Chan was teaching Kung Fu, and I don't know what Machio was learning because
Miyagi-Do.
Yeah, Miyagi-Do. What was it?
Well,
Pat
I'm
Morita,
guessing-
Pat Morita even said he didn't know anything, so they were making the shit up as they went along.
I'm guessing this takes place outside of the Cobra Kai universe.
Oh, it has to. Which I can't wait for that to come back, because that should be back, I believe, this year.
Yeah.
Now,
Lord of the Rings, The War of the Ronin. Ronin?
Rohan, yeah.
Rohan. Brian Cox and Miranda Ott.
Okay, you know,
Didn't hear anything about it.
listen, I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, but it all depends also where this is coming from, because the Amazon Prime one was terrible.
Yeah, I was reading about that earlier today, actually, and they were like,
I'm glad I didn't even finish it.
Yeah,
They said-
they didn't have any rights
Yeah.
so they have no rights. When you don't have the rights to any of it, it's like you're just making fan fiction at this
yeah,
point.
you're making shit up as you go along.
So none of it really made any sense. So I felt like it was going to be a waste of time. The fact that there's Mufasa,
The Lion
King. We're getting a prequel to The Lion King.
Do we need a prequel to The Lion King?
No.
No.
Did we ask for a prequel to The Lion King?
No.
Did we ask for a sequel to The Lion King?
No.
Although I will say it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
It was direct to video.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but
just can't wait to be king.
no.
Everybody
No copyright. No copyright. Disney will sue. And we are not getting paid to do this. Now, Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
So much for Hakuna Matata.
Yes.
Yeah, well, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, though.
Didn't see the first two.
The Sonic movies have actually been really good, but the problem is Jim Carrey said he's done acting, so we're not going to see him as Dr. Eggman / Robotnik. But
Ben Schwartz is in it.
it's going to be they're introducing Shadow.
Yes.
So Sonic, Knuckles, Idris Elba was Knuckles.
Yes, but it can be anybody.
It's Idris Elba.
As I said, he could be anybody.
Yeah, but when you put Idris Elba in something, and I want to see
him
it.
being the new James Bond.
There's always a possibility, but at the same time, he doesn't want it anymore.
He doesn't want it, but right now, from what I heard the last time, the short list is Harry Styles,
Okay.
Tom Hardy,
Okay.
Henry Golding, and Idris Elba.
And the problem is, though, it's the same way like they offered Idris Elba one of these roles, and he said there was too much controversy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he wants to take on that kind of controversy because you can try. We've heard your theory.
Yeah. It makes sense, though.
It may make sense, but the problem is there's so much backlash that's going to come with it. Actors don't want to take on the backlash.
That is true.
Because nowadays, look at how they bully people off of the internet, all because a performance wasn't to the fans' liking. Which it's sad that the fans are being given that much ability to bully people. But the last movie we will say is
Nosferatu.
Yeah, Nosferatu. I'm definitely interested. in.
Nosferatu with Don Knotts.
Yes, Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Nosferatu.
Nah, this
Billy
one,
Skarsgård
and Lily Rose Depp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now there's a bunch of movies that are to be determined, but we're not going to go through those because they're all to be determined. And frankly, who knows if they'll even come out this year.
And I wish James Gunn the best of luck if he's going to put anything out to resurrect the DC universe.
Well, he's working on his Superman movie, and some people have said some stupid things lately because they've wanted casting for people, even though he's already announced the casting.
Yep.
So it makes no sense. You may want your fan casting, but he's already made his decision.
And it looked like a good decision.
So far, he hasn't made any terrible decisions when it came to what he's got in mind. It's all a matter of how it all comes together. And frankly, if it's the Superman costume is going to be a big determining factor because we're going to see, he said he was a big inspiration was Christopher Reeve's Superman. So is the underwear going to be on the outside of the tights or is it just going to be one long tights? But remember, his mom made the suit. So
you go by the ABC.
My mom made it. Which I think that was a great line, though, in Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
It's like the little kid is like, thanks, my mom made it. And that's the thing. Like, Tyler Hoechlin's done a great job, as Superman on the series. So it's a shame that DC has that and Warner Brothers has that weird thing of, if there's a TV show, we don't have a movie. If they're in the movie, you can't have a TV show.
Which is so fucking stupid.
Where did this come from? After Adam West did the Batman movie?
Probably because it literally is one of those things where it's like it makes no sense, but this is what they do. That's why we couldn't get Batman on Smallville. That's why they gave us a version of Green Arrow, which actually I like that version of Green Arrow. Stephen Amell did a great job as Green Arrow, but Justin Hartley, his Green Arrow was just as good.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's face it, we've got what's his name, who's playing in Reacher?
Something Richardson.
Yeah, Alan Richardson.
Richardson.
Alan Richardson has been all over the place.
He wants to play Batman.
Which, in all
I
honesty,
liked him in Titans, so I could see him.
I liked him as Hawk in Titans.
Yeah.
He was good as Raphael in the Ninja Turtles movie. He was Aquaman on Smallville. So it's not like hasn't played a superhero before. But Batman, I don't see it, especially because it seems like from the direction that they're going, it's going to be more Jensen Ackles.
Jensen Ackles is a good choice. Again, if it came down to Jensen Ackles or Alan Richardson, it's a win-win.
Yeah, but there's something about Jensen Ackles that I can see it a little more. And I think it's more that grizzled attitude and playing Dean Winchester for 15 years and then getting to see him as Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
Go
By
fuck
the way,
yourself.
has anybody seen the new trailer?
Oh, yes.
I love it.
You know, The Boys getting its new season.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm a little disappointed in is that we don't have any true confirmation on when Invincible Part 2 of Season 2 is coming out. They stopped at Episode 4. At least they gave us a longer episode. But Episode 5, everyone was talking about it coming out like this like, I think either like today or tomorrow when we're recording this. But at the same time, there's no guarantee. And unfortunately, the problem is it's like it's so good that we're all kind of suffering because we're not getting to see it. And it's a shame because, you know, especially because, the streaming services are now about to jack up their prices.
Again.
And that's what they're waiting for everybody. They're going to release the date,
Yeah.
and then they say, oh, by the way, if you want it, pay more money.
Oh, no. Amazon's doing that wonderful little thing of, you already pay for Prime, so you get our service. But we're going to start slapping in commercials. So if you want to stay commercial free, you have to go and pay another $3. I'm sorry, $2.99 to make it a little more palatable. Just say $3.
Yeah.
It's like, seriously, the 99 isn't helping anything. We know slap one more penny on there and it's another $1. So it's $3. You figure Disney's going to be is trying to merge in
They're already
with Hulu.
$13.99.
Yeah, but they're trying to merge in Hulu and eliminate Hulu because which it makes a little bit of sense because Hulu isn't overseas. So it's like it's more of a regional thing, but at the same time they're taking things off of Hulu already, which there were shows like Dollface, which was actually really good. That they're yanking the stuff off, and it's like, okay, but are you at least going to give us like some physical media so people who are fans of it can enjoy it, even though that they can't find it? No, this is another version of the Disney Vault.
Yeah.
And
And,
then-
once it's gone, it's gone.
And now the real problem is that we have, what is it, Warner Brothers and Discovery who claim that Warner Brothers is broke. So the movies that they put out, such as Batgirl, and what was the other one?
Flash?
No, Flash actually got put out there, which was a damn
Which
shame.
should have
We've
been
discussed
canned.
this numerous
Yeah,
times.
but it's more the, what was it? The one with John Cena and Wile E. Coyote.
What?
There was like John Cena was going to be in a movie where it was at Wile E. Coyote versus Acme. So it's like him suing Acme over like all the products and everything.
And John Cena was going to be the lawyer?
I don't know who he was supposed to be in this,
Acme.
but it got they canceled it. And
I agree with
it's
that one, actually.
No, 'cause
No, that would have been funny.
listen, there's been a lot of stuff that they had in the works that they decided, we're just going to write it off. In all honesty, it's like you can put some of this stuff out and people will enjoy it. Don't go with such an extreme budget and you have a streaming platform. Put it out there as a show or an original movie just for your programming. But no, we're broke, so we're going to do a tax write-off for a $90 million movie, Batgirl, that was already made and was in the process of being edited, but we're just going to say it tested poorly, even though everyone wanted to see it because it had Michael Keaton and Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser was playing Firefly. Not a big villain, but works great for a story with Batgirl.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we're going to cancel it. But now you say you're broke, but yet you have money to try to buy Paramount because they want the Paramount library so that this
So
way...
we're at it again.
Yeah, if they buy the Paramount library, they also get all the animated stuff for Nickelodeon and whatnot, and they will have the second largest library when it comes to streaming platforms,
They'll
next
also
to Amazon.
have all the South Park that they don't have at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because Matt and Trey did probably one of the absolute funniest things that they could do, which was, hey, here's a contract with Warner Brothers, so HBO Max would have all of our seasons, but Paramount wants our specials, so we're going to do the specials. But Paramount got them to do the specials, but they're technically episodes, so you don't get. So there's all that legality fighting over it, which I have to say, I don't know if you guys saw that latest like South Park like episode, like special South Park After Dark.
No.
Oh my! It really was adults only.
That's what they said. They put disclaimers up.
Oh no, that thing was real. Like I'm watching it, and I'm like, I'm loving the fact that they're making fun of Prime with the everybody needs their hydration drinks, and it's called Cred.
Yes.
You got to make sure you have your cred. But then they find out, oh, one of the teachers went and she has an OnlyFans page. So it's like, but of course, Randy hears it and he hears how much she's making. So he decides he's going to do the same thing. So now you got Randy sitting there making videos with no pants on. And the problem is they're showing all of it. I have
Bigger, longer, and uncomfortable.
No, I have my hand in front of me, and I'm like, nope, can't do it. Nope, can't see the bottom of the screen. I could not do it. And then he eventually gets sponsored by Cred. He's pouring the hydration drink on his crotch, and giving his opinions on it. It's you're talking about the flavors of a hydration energy drink.
On your crotch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey.
This Paramount thing reminds me now. We did with the family. We did a Secret Santa, and we put a couple of things down. And one of the things I put down was the offer from Paramount Plus. If people don't know, for those of you that don't know about it, it's the origin of the making of The Godfather, and how much red tape, BS. Aggravation that Albert Ruddy, Mario Puzo, Robert Evans, you bet your ass, Robert Evans.
Okay, we're really dragging this one along now.
Went through, and one scene in that is the selling of Paramount with Gulf Weston. And people are like, oh, they only have the movies and everything. Well, if you fast forward, they would have what? They'd have the Star Trek, Happy Days, all these more shows that they can have
Yeah, well,
back then.
but this is how it's been. And
Yeah.
with Mike starting to yawn and fall out, Mike, why don't you tell everybody how they can get in touch with us?
Okay, you can hit us up on Facebook at the DragoonsLairPodcast. You can find us on the Instagram at, oddly enough, the DragoonsLairPodcast. You want to drop us an email? You can do that too at the DragoonsLairPodcast.
No.
No.
You are incorrect. It is DragoonsLairPodcast
at
gmail.com. That's all one word. Dragoons.
Spell two O's.
O's.
That's
Gotta do it right.
Podcast at gmail.com.
You know
Can I
what?
do a shameless plug?
Why not? We're all about the shameless pop and plug.
I am directing in March Agatha Christie's The Murder on the Orient Express at the Little Victory Theater.
Cool.
If you want to audition, we are holding auditions this coming Tuesday and Wednesday, July 9th and 10th from 7 to 9 at
July?
January. Take two. If you want to... Shut the fuck up. I'm tired. Leave me alone.
I've been up longer than you.
What time did you
Shut
get
up.
up? What time did you get up?
3 o'clock.
Okay, you've been up longer than I have. If you want to audition for Murder on the Orient Express at the Little Victory Theater, we will have auditions this coming Tuesday and Wednesday, January 9th and 10th from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. If you can't make those auditions, you can do a self-audition tape and email it to me at mschiavo, that's MSCHIAVO, 93 at gmail.com. The show will take place in March. Hope to see you there.
All right, so you got your little shameless plug. Hopefully, this episode will be up on Sunday because we're going to make sure that this gets up as best we can. Unfortunately, there are weather conditions that are beyond my control, so I don't have any guarantees that we'll be dropping on the normal time slot of 5 minutes after midnight on Sundays.
Okay.
But this Sunday may be just a slight delay, but we're going to try our best to make sure that that does not happen and we keep to our regular schedule. Now, this year, we have a lot of great things in store. And since Mike is doing his shameless plug, make sure you do audition. You know what? Maybe you can actually get your big break and see how Mike is as a director. I've witnessed it myself. And frankly, it'll be interesting to see what happens when I'm not there.
I can hold my own when it comes to directing.
Did I see what I just seen there?
I don't know what you.
John Williams has retired at 91.
Actually, no. It says John William rescinds his retirement at 91.
Good. Oh,
interview-
the genius.
An interview with the Times, 91-year-old composer John Williams shut down any talks of retirement and revealed that he is open to new projects in the coming years. His composition portfolio includes Star Wars, A New Hope, Jaws, Home Alone, Jurassic Park, and many more.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy, how can they get in touch with you?
Instagram, JamesH_the4th. You can reach me at James Haynes the 4th at Facebook. You can reach me on my TikTok, which is also James0925,
And don't forget his Pornhub.
which is Mike Chavo sucks.
Why you would have that as your Pornhub, I have no idea. But hey,
I'm still trying to
whatever
figure
gets
out
you both.
why Sheldon had Penny's a cheap bitch as their Wi-Fi password.
Because she wasn't paying for the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's true.
Now, I want to thank everyone for being here today. Jimmy, thank you. You will be back to discuss more episodes of your show. Where can they find that show again?
You can watch it on Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock on Fox 5. That's We Are Family. Streaming the next day on Hulu. And for the next few weeks, at 9 o'clock encore on Thursdays. Enjoy.
Now,
We have 9 more episodes.
Now, Fox, just realize we just gave you a shameless plug without charging you a dime. So if you'd like to sponsor us, please reach out to us at DragoonsLairPodcast@gmail.com. That's all one word. Dragoon is spelled with 2 O's. That's DragoonsLairPodcast@gmail.com. Oh, wow. I really need to take a breath there.
Haven't done that in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, the holiday season really took it out of me on that one. But yeah, so everybody, if you want to reach out to me, you can find me on all my socials. It's Blue Dragoon 13. And please feel free to reach out and let us know what you want us to discuss. And make sure you take part in any of the polls that are on the Spotify page, because we do post polls and you're able to rate and review the show. Make sure you leave us a review. If you're on iTunes, leave us a review. It helps the show out greatly and lets more people know about it. And we depend on you guys because we don't ask you guys for anything. So all we ask is just contribute by leaving us a review, dropping us a like, and especially check out the video episodes on my YouTube channel, Blue Dragoon 13, and you'll be able to see the video episodes 2 weeks after. So where every 2 weeks is the episode. So after the audio, you get the video. It's just the way it works.
Twice is just as much fun as once.
Oh yeah,
Heck yeah.
you know, if you think we're funny,
Wait till you see us in person.
Wait till get a load of us soon.
yeah, once you see Mike's face, you won't stop laughing.
Hey, I do what I can. I'm here to entertain.
Yes, but most of them are just laughing because it's you.
As long as I bring laughter.
They're not laughing with you.
They're laughing at you.
Hey, as long as they're laughing. Make them laugh.
Make 'em laugh. Make 'em.
Make them laugh.
And now that I've been surrounded by these two for far too long, I have to say goodnight to everybody. So, with that being said, for the first time of 2024, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Now get out.
Get out.
Bye-bye.
Peace.